this morning. We have some guests, and we also have a full agenda. Should be very interesting this year. We have lots of input and involvement from staff regarding the State of the Library Address. The term that I picked for this year is evolution, and the reason that I did that is because I think evolution is very much related to the change of traditions. We've seen timelines like this before regarding technology, but what I would point out to you is the compression, the dots that you see, the colored dots at the very end that show the compression of technology and how that truly is a whole different animal than in the beginning of when technology was taking place. And the other component of this is that technology changes business models, and business models affect libraries. And we most recently have felt that with the ebook and the market that Amazon had on that. And typically, they would have held a monopoly on the ebooks for a couple of years and would not have opened up that market to libraries. And we know that we had conversations about when is it that Kindle was going to open up, when was it the Apple was going to open up, so that we could better serve the patrons. And that truly, because of this type of movement with the business model and with technology, was about a year before the margin of the benefit was that they needed to earn more profit and open it up to libraries. It was about a year. And that certainly has not been the case in the past. So in addition to how quickly innovation happens, the business models for economics are changing dramatically as well. So we need to keep that in mind. We need to keep in mind that within our world, we're very much affected by the economy and by technology. And in that component, keep in mind that when the printing press came along, people didn't like that either. And you may have seen an article that I posted in the announcements about, let's just not argue about the lifespan of ebooks and print books. And the reason for that is because the market, technology, innovation is going to evolve. And our role, and we do that role quite well, is the fact that we have to participate with that. And evolution is about moving traditions. And if we can think of it in that context, then it becomes, I believe, less of an issue for us to hold on to technologies of the past, because we know that people move in increments towards that, but that we can move with it in a more systematic manner, knowing that we're establishing new traditions. And we've demonstrated that in a number of ways, and that's what's the exciting part about what is happening for this upcoming year. And I would emphasize in this address is that when CTS put together FAQs on the ebooks, and you've got clinics happening, the work that's being done with the Knowledge Network, the opening of the new branch, the coming to the ends of implementing RFID, staff development, both in customer service and working with the marketing work group, all of those things indicate that we do in fact know how to lead in evolution, give people an opportunity to practice with the resource and kind of get their head wrapped around what that looks like. So. This aspect too, the component here that I want to emphasize is that our strategic planning process, and those videos as well, remind me about what we do with that, what we do in the process of thinking, acting, and learning, and that it's a process of wisdom. It's a process of deliberate intention that recognizes there is uncertainty, that there's ambiguity, that we consider different views and new information, and that there's a willingness to end those deliberations at some point and to go forward with the group's best judgment. And these numbers certainly indicate that in our strategic planning process and the outcomes of it. 26% up in youth borrowers, 13% up in card holders, which historically we, for the most part, only hit single digits. That's a very impressive number. 21% increase for the drive-up, and I think for those of you that were here when we first initiated that, there was concern. I think we were at 2, 3, maybe 5% use, and we were really stretching to get that to happen. Now it has evolved on its own. 26 88,000 digital downloads, and that's just only going to continue to increase. We're shifting in the draft budget for 2013, and again it's a draft, $88,000 from print materials into digital to keep up. So to wrap things up, what brings us all together is obviously recognizing the public that we serve and their needs, and the numbers certainly show that that's happening, that we're on the right track, the right place, the right focus, and the right time, and the flexibility to adapt. And that has a lot of dependency upon all of you and the commitment that you make by working here, and the fact that you are embracing the learning component that it takes for your jobs, along with the support from the board, the friends, the foundation, the city, the county, lots of partners, the school district, that all make that happen as well. So.